it's hard. Sometimes it's scary. Like, change is scary, you know, leaving a stable life to pursue something that you love is scary. It's really, really scary. Hey Diaries beauties! So I am being a little bit quiet because my parents are sleeping and I'm filming quite late, but I wanted to kind of just do my skincare and relax a little bit while answering some of your questions. I did ask you guys a couple questions on my Instagram, and you left some messages for me, some questions, you know, wondering what's going on with my life. So yeah, let me answer some questions for you guys. My skin is so dry right now because like I just got out of the shower and I didn't put anything on my face yet, so I'm gonna put a toner right away. And the one that I'm using is the Acne Accent Talk toner. Now I'm not gonna really tell you all the stuff that I'm using just because it's not really like a skincare video, like a focused skincare video, but I will put everything in like the description box for you guys. If you're curious about what I'm using, you can check it out there. We have a lot of catching up because yeah, I haven't told you literally anything. Yes, I'm not in Korea anymore. I know. It's a big shocker for you guys. Like, this is something I haven't really talked about pretty much to like anyone. Even some of my friends were really surprised when they found out that I was leaving Korea because, you know, I've been there for so long, and a lot of my friends thought that I would live there for like the rest of my life. But girl, there's a lot to talk about. So the first question that I got is, why are you moving and where? Now, as I said, I basically left Korea. I actually left Korea back in like February. And the reason why is because there's a lot of reasons, honestly. Like, there's, you know, mental, physical health reasons. There is career reason. There is job reason. Like, literally, there's so many reasons as to why I left Korea. Definitely, mainly one of my main reasons would be because of my mental and physical health. I just felt like my mental and physical health was just gradually deteriorating while I was living in Korea. And I feel like, you know, of course, things like the environment and my job and, you know, friends and all of that kind of affected my mental and physical health. And so of course I wanted to like pursue my own happiness and be, you know, not be stuck in the system basically. I felt like in Korea I was definitely, you know, more focused on comfort and having, you know, a stable job rather than focusing on my own happiness and what I actually truly love. So of course that is why I was like, okay, let me leave. So I went back to the USA. And I went back to my hometown, and I'm actually back with my parents as well. I never thought that I would be back with my parents, and I feel like there's this like negative stigma of like, oh, if you're an adult, like going back to your living back with your parents, it's like taboo. But honestly, like, I know that this is like a temporary thing, and I know that I'm like, it's a good decision that I did this because now I can focus on my YouTube and what I love to do, which is, you know, one of the other reasons why I left Korea. What are your plans and goals for this year? Well, I definitely want to grow on my YouTube channel. I feel like that's one of my biggest main goals. I really want to pursue YouTube not just as my hobby but also as my career, as my job. And then of course I do want to learn more about skincare. So I was looking into maybe studying things about skincare and kind of going into that industry more. Of course there's a lot of details and things that I still need to figure out, and you know, life gets to you, and of course I have to be realistic as well because unfortunately we do live in a society where money is important for survival, and so yeah, I really want to become successful on my YouTube, and I'm very positive and motivated and dedicated. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that and just educating myself more, becoming more knowledgeable, because I feel like in the past few years while I was living in Korea, like I wasn't really learning, I wasn't growing as a person, and so that would be definitely another goal of mine for this year. And is what's next for you? So I think that's very similar to like what I already answered, just basically focusing on my YouTube and my social media, and I've been doing a lot of videos on TikTok as well, and then of course educating myself, learning something, maybe even getting like certificate and license in like different fields, like, you know, cosmetology and esthetician. I already have a bachelor degree, but I feel like there's always room for learning and there's always room for something else, so that would be a really good thing to do. And then what was it like living in Korea? Living in Korea, I feel like it's kind of like a bit of like a roller coaster, you know, like, or like when you're in a relationship, like the first stages are very much like butterfly feeling, like you feel so giggly, you feel like everything is very filtered, and then you go through a honeymoon stage where you are so in love with everything, and then of course you get into the comfortable stage where you're like, okay, this is the reality, this, but you're still comfortable, and then you go into like the either like I'll stay here forever stage or the I'm starting to hate everything stage. And I think that was my problem, especially towards the end of my stay in Korea. I was starting to get very bothered by everything, and it kind of reminded me of what another, you know, expat told me in Korea. When I first arrived to Korea, they told me if you start to hate everything, it's time to leave. And I remember that advice, and I remember at that time when that person told me that advice, I was like, what do you mean? I'm gonna be in Korea forever, I love this place. But like, of course, fast forward a couple years later, and you're just like, okay, I totally get it. Now, I do miss Korea. Like, I miss Korea. I miss the food. I miss my friends. I miss my neighborhood. I miss my apartment. I miss a lot of things about Korea. But I think that I'm happy that I decided to actually pursue my happiness rather than stick with comfort, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, that is what I did. Will you still review K-beauty, and what is your YouTube plans? Now, I'm definitely gonna still continue doing Korean beauty content. Korean skincare and Korean makeup is always something that I've always loved, even before moving to Korea. But I also want to expand my YouTube. I feel like for a while I definitely focused way too much on just Korean beauty and Korean skincare and Korean makeup, and I realized that kind of really made my YouTube kind of not flexible. And I realized, especially when I was doing like Korean vlogs and like, you know, just videos about Korea, a lot of people only watched my channel because it was about Korea rather than watching the channel because, you know, they like my content. I feel like right now I'm definitely in a more transitional phase where I, of course, will do videos about Korean skincare and makeup, but I'm also gonna be doing vlogs and fashion and just things that I enjoy a lot more. So yeah, I'm just making it a little bit different. I'm definitely making my videos a lot more like vlog style, a lot more comfortable, while still doing, you know, things that I love like skincare and makeup and stuff like that. So this question is a little bit random, but will you get the vaccine? As you guys know, in the US we do have emergency vaccine, and I actually already got my first dose, which I'm super happy about because as you guys know, I'm currently living with my parents, and I was just always terrified. Like when I first moved back to Korea, back to the US, like I quarantined. I was terrified. I always wore a mask in my house. Look, I just didn't want my parents to get sick. But now we are all vaccinated, and I'm super happy about that because it just kind of makes you feel a little bit more relief. Like, of course, like we're not going to be 100% immune. Like, there's still a possibility getting, you know, Miss Rona, but it just feels a lot better. You feel a lot more relief. And now, of course, a lot of places are restricting entrance to certain buildings or certain facilities if you don't have the vaccine, and so it just makes it look nicer, especially like if you do want to take like a short trip somewhere, like, and if you're vaccinated, you don't have to quarantine, or you don't have to, like, you know, or you're not gonna get kicked out from certain places. So it's just really, really nice feeling. Now, this is something a little bit different, which I like, is what is your favorite foundation, lipstick, lip gloss for winter/summer, and why? Now, right now is, of course, you know, we're going into spring, almost summer. Well, actually not even almost summer, but like, you know, we're going into spring and eventually summer. And so right now I feel like with my foundation, I actually don't use foundations right now. I just use skin tints. I just feel like skin tints are a lot more convenient when you're like, you know, wearing a mask, and it just feels a lot more natural and a lot more like breathable, if that makes sense. And so I really love the Milk Makeup skin tint. Like, I'm obsessed with that one right now, as well as the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop. That one is really nice. It's a little bit more higher coverage compared to my other skin tints, but it's still like a really beautiful finish. And of course the glossy skin perfecting one is freaking pretty as well. So yeah, I love those. And I actually don't really wear lipsticks that much these days as well. I usually go for lip glosses, so just like a little bit of a lip liner and then a lip gloss on top of it, and it's gorgeous. I really love the Dominique Cosmetic lip liners. Those are so pretty, and I have like a venti gloss on top. Perfect combination. Like, and thank you for like sending me all these DMs asking me if I'm alright and if I'm in Korea and, you know, all this stuff. Like, it really means a lot to me. I feel like I've been on YouTube for so long and not seeing the progress, you know, compared to other channels, at one point really made me feel like crap. But then of course, like, I kind of got out of that like negative mentality, and I realized, like, you know what, I need to just focus on myself and my own happiness. I love making content. I love YouTube. I love just, you know, beauty and skincare and all of that. Like, I have such strong passion for that, and that's all that matters. And you know, these days I've been definitely changing up my style a bit on my channel, and I'm trying to be, you know, more authentic, more me. And I feel like, you know, a lot of you have been noticing that, which I'm really grateful about. So yeah, if you guys want to see anything in particular on my channel, let me know. I would definitely do that for you guys. I definitely have a couple of videos in mind already, but I'm totally open to some new ideas, especially because I'm trying to go into this like new path on my channel. So yeah, like, let me know. I hope that you guys can support me and still be there for me and still be part of like the Diverse Beauty Squad. So yeah, I would really appreciate it. And of course, you know, we gotta make our Diverse Beauty Squad bigger. So of course, please, you know, share this video with your friends and family, share my channel with everyone that you know. I would totally appreciate it. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. If you guys are curious as to what I'm using on my skin, I'll put everything in the description box. I think my glasses are kind of foggy. Oh, okay, much better. So yeah, if you guys are curious about anything that I'm using, definitely go check out the description box. And yeah, I'm really excited for like the new adventures and the new path that my channel is going through. And yeah, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, comment of course, share with your friends and family, join the Diverse Beauty Squad, and I'll talk to you guys later. Love ya.
I am so glad we moved beyond friendship. And your mama like me, look, I squared up with Cupid, told him find me. I stole your love, you shot my heart. I'm losing breath, it's getting dark. I think I might need CPR, baby, won't you tell me, do you love me like I do? Tell me what you